know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, fuck. I'm like, well, how much is the shirt? $45.
You out your fucking mind.
So I walk out, and right there in the middle of the mall, tried and true, two, what I think, what appears,
Everybody
look Asian.
Everybody get your ice.
They look Oriental. You know what I'm saying? And so I noticed that they making shirts, and I noticed that they had a Black Panther shirt. I was like, yo, man, what do you need for a design? He was like, just Google it. I'm like, word? He was like, if you find it, we can put it on a shirt. And I was like, how much is a shirt? He was like, what'd he say? $20, right? It's $20, and that is for your whatever you want on the front or the back or wherever you want it. $20.
Yo, if y'all could, while I'm out, just fix the frame.
Going on and on, right?
Fix the tables up so
about
that way we all get in.
Gotcha.
Good. Grab your ice, bro.
We 7 minutes out. We are streaming.
And so,
by the way.
All right, bet. And so, I'm like, okay, the shirts is 20. He's like, yeah, it's 20, and then it's $5 for every other thing you want. You know what I mean? So if you want it, it would be $5, $5, $5.
Check the pad too. Remember.
Gotcha. And so I was like, all right, t-shirts cool. And then I see that the price was like hoodies, $30. And I'm like,
all my life I had to fight.
and I'm like, the hoodies is only 30? What colors you got? He was like, only, I think he said black, white, maybe blue. And I'm like, Black Panther, black hoodie. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna look for a design, and I'm gonna be back.
Yeah.
And so I spent the whole time, I'm like, yo, what do I want to do? And I found the one where it was just like, it was like a Mayan shrine looking type thing, but it was Black Panther on it with his hands up like that. And I was like, yo, can you do this with all the, because I was like, on the picture, the parts that are white on mine were black. I was like, can you do all that's black, white for me? He was just like,
yeah.
He's like, nigga, real talk. You better challenge me.
We come harder than this.
I can make some shit happen for you. And $30 got me a hoodie, son. You know,
I had to cop something right, man. I gotta give me something for the Black Panther movement out here, bro.
We still ain't got Jerome. Well, is he Jerome?
We'll scoot over.
hold on, we just gotta frame it, make sure everybody's in it.
Yeah, Jerome.
Can you scoot over?
Yeah, we still got you. Yeah, we still got you.
All right. All right.
Question: if we scoot back,
Yeah, I mean, of course.
I'm gonna scoot back a little bit. We can buy us a little.
All right. So right now, we're good there.
I feel
Scoot over,
like
scoot over a little
Jerome
bit. Scoot over, yeah. Scoot over a little bit too, and then cheat in. And sit right there. Think we good?
Sit right here, son. Cool.
All right, cool. Yeah, we in full frame in there. I needed that little power nap. Believe that.
Man, I meant to ask us about how we gonna do this trip. We need to talk to you about how you want to do this trip, Jerome, because obviously we're off that day.
I was just gonna plan to take off.
Which days you want to take off though? Because we're planning on going Saturday, but we didn't think you wanted to like work Saturday to cover somebody. What time we got? Somebody
4
grab
minutes.
some
4
ice
minutes.
real fast.
I need some ice. I don't get no ice.
Yeah, somebody
I'll
grab.
scoop it with
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Give me.
I don't know if you can't do it because I think it's some ice in there.
Oh, I'll make it happen, bro. Look, I took outside of the bag,
Cool.
scoop in there. Look, unscathed.
Good, Gucci.
Mm-hmm.
Because me and Jermaine was saying the idea would be to get up, like leave super early Saturday morning, like 3-4 a.m. Get up there and have the whole day. But that being the case, we don't want you to. If you work Friday, you would get off at 7 o'clock in the morning, right?
Yeah, you mean burnt.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
We didn't think you wanna, you know what I'm saying, get off in the morning and then travel that day and be up there that day. Cause look, guarantee you we work all night, drinks in you,
Yeah.
it's done deal, bro.
Dunzo.
So we're trying to see what's best for you, cause
What day are we talking about leaving? Saturday?
Saturday.
Yo,
Coming
is there-
back
is
Sunday?
Is there usually another light on in here?
No.
Coming back Sunday?
Why do you ask?
It just seemed a little dark. Let me see. I fix it.
So that's what we are planning to come back Sunday. I mean, either's fine.
We're
with
trying
me.
to talk about it now. By the way, this show cannot go past 10:30. I gotta be somewhere. Yeah. But we need time to discuss. We can't talk about it now. We need to talk about when the show is over now, I guess. So, here's Jägermeister. I can pour a shot. You can pour your own shot.
You know what?
I ain't falling for that shit.
Fuck around and spill some shit around.
So we're trying to get with you because I'm taking off that Sunday because fuck that. I ain't going around. I ain't working that day in case my ass.
So I need to take that Sunday off.
We gonna be back time to Sunday. We're not gonna get back late Sunday.
Okay.
And I mean, I just know me when I come back travel, I don't want to do shit. So whether Sunday, I ain't gonna miss me.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, gentlemen, I don't really want to.
Because I don't want to, I'm not trying to go to work.
I feel that's a nigga like me
that's the whole
telling
point.
them,
I ain't trying to
we
work.
already be off Sunday.
You know,
I have to work Sunday.
We
so
all
do we.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And
Gotta be that
and my thing, if he's taking a day off, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, fuck, I can take a day off then too.
Yeah.
That we all took a day off. Look, we all
Yeah.
put something out there, took a day off, you know.
Yeah.
But we're trying to see what Drum because he's the only one who have to be working before we actually go on the trip. So it's kind of what are you trying to do? So we can make it, you know what I'm saying, feasible.
Let me move some shit around and I see what's up. I'll be able to tell you by the end of next week, I guess.
Cool.
Shit, I mean, we got so much time. You know what I'm saying?
Look, bro, you don't
I understand. We want to get it in ASAP, so they can't say like, what? Why?
We have such and such working.
Right. I don't give a fuck.
Anyway.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It fits every other Thursday. Used to be every other Sunday. But if it's every other Thursday, right before the weekend, obviously, it's the pregame show.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? And I am your boy, young son. To my right.
Boy, man. To my right or left.
Whoever.
It's your boy Snacks in the building.
And all the way on the other end is your boy Romy. Welcome.
Welcome to the pregame show.
Sir.
And we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to hopefully get to. But yeah, it is Thursday, May 24th, 2018, 9:01 a.m. and this is the pregame show. How's everybody been?
Been pretty good, man.
Good,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Yeah,
Good.
been pretty good,
Good,
man.
man.
Just out here living, man.
Damn.
Happy to be living.
Still breathing.
Working towards this freedom.
Yeah.
Working towards this freedom.
That's all. You know what I'm saying? That's all. We're striving for freedom,
Working
man.
towards this freedom.
Straight up.
And,
Because slavery is a choice. Anyway.
Kanye 316. Man.
Straight up.
So,
Well, look, as always, we keep the thing hot. Kick it off right. You know what I'm saying? If it's the pregame show, you're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? One thing is the pregame boys pregaming. So get things started off. How about toast to freedom?
There you go.
Sponsored by Jägermeister.
Shout out Jaeger.
freedom.
Freedom.
You know what? We're going to get right into it. We got to keep it. We're gonna keep this thing moving. But first, as always, it's the drink of the day.
It sounded so good 2 weeks ago, bro. It sounded so good.
I got it too. I forgot the words, but yeah, it's the drink of the day. What are we sipping on today?
As I said, like the last show, I know that I make an effort to provide you guys out there with drinks that you can drink with a meal, or have it a cocktail and enjoy. You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't taste strong. Something you can just have. You know what I'm saying? With a group of friends, just chill out on. But then every now and then, I want you guys to know that the pregame boys are real drinkers out here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to have a fucking fruity drink. We do that so you know what I'm saying, you can have a drink, a cocktail with your lady, and she can come through and get nice right too, because you know how that goes down after everybody goes to bed too. So, but for these coming up shows, the last show, this show, and probably the next two shows, we want to give you guys just some regular drinks. You know what I'm saying? Drinks that are stand the test of time. Been through the ringer and back. Last one, was a highball. Today, a little bit different. We're going to go with a Campari and tonic.
Nigga, what?
Have you ever had tonic before?
Like gin and tonic? Yeah.
Like the gin and tonic?
I mean,
I have.
tonic, yeah, I haven't really fucked with it. I've heard it always, you know what I mean?
Sometimes, some drinks use tonic, some use seltzer, some use club soda, you know what I'm saying? I got both those here. But this drink basically calls for a Campari and, tonic. So I'll try it right here. Look, they go hard. They're not, simple drinks. I can work that, but we'll.
So what's Campari?
Yeah,
though?
no, that's what I'm saying.
Campari is the actual liquor, you know what I'm saying?
It's liquor?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It kind of look like wine, you know what I mean?
That's the name of it?
Yeah, it's Campari. Yeah, it's kind of like a wine, 24% alcohol. It's not super strong, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I first fell in contact with it by watching the show, I forgot the one where it's talking about Hustler and the infamous Jerry Falwell ad, where it says Jerry Falwell's first time was with his mother in an outhouse. Went to the Supreme Court of freedom of the what can and could you not say. It was a Campari ad for Hustler, and Jerry Falwell's first time, apparently according to the guy who made Hustler, was in an outhouse with his mother. He sued naturally. Said a defamation. It went to the Supreme Court, and it said, look, nobody would reasonably believe that you had sex with your mother in an outhouse. So since nobody would believe that, not defamation of character. Jerry Falwell lost the case. Yeah. Yeah. Simple drink, Campari, tonic. We're going to get, 2 ounces of Campari. Pour 2 ounces.
Is that a Pirate's glass?
That is a Pyrex glass, dog. The kitchen. Wrong one pointed out. That is a Pyrex glass, dog.
That's some shit out of Spider-Man.
And then get you some tonic to taste.
Okay.
Me personally, get a little lime to go with mine. Before I fill the rest of the thing with tonic, get you a nice little squirt of lime juice in that guy. Rest of your tonic. That's the drink. Very simple.
Campari and tonic.
Campari and tonic.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Oh yeah.
Y'all know my track record with making drinks. I'm already.
Look,
I'm already behind the curve.
This is
on
like at
ice.
a no fault. Are you gonna
I'm
probably
already-
punish
I'm
yourself?
You gotta
I'm
find the
already-
ounces part.
I'm
Yeah.
already wrong
Okay,
on
that's
ice.
what I'm looking at. 2 ounces, right?
Yeah, you gotta
Okay.
find the ounces
All
part.
right.
I'm already
That's
wrong
all.
on ice.
Fourth
You know
of
what
a
I'm
cup.
saying?
2 ounces.
Damn, you are. You're already kind of. Your
I'm
ice
already
game-
wrong on
your
ice.
ice game was kind of lacking. I don't know.
Yo, I'm glad it's blocked from view, cause y'all would be.
I mean, I think I'm moderate on ice. I think
You'd
I'm
be
about
upset
like
with me.
everybody else.
You'd be upset with me.
But it's 2 ounces of Campari, so you don't get more, you know what I'm saying, Campari. You're gonna get, you know, some
Yeah.
tonic. Yeah, so you good.
Yeah, the more active ingredient is 2 ounces of Campari.
Yeah.
that kills the margin of error.
That's true.
2 ounces.
Exactly.
You know what?
Make sure you're looking at the ounces.
Exactly. Motherfucker, right? 2. Right.
Not 2 cups.
Check it. Check it. I'm gonna fuck this up. What was it again?
2
Damn.
ounces.
2 ounces.
I think it's like a
2
half a cup,
OZ.
right? Half a cup.
2 OZ.
A fourth of a cup.
Yo, this kind of reminds me of a sangria.
Sangria uses wine. We use wine and other kind of alcohols too. This only has, you know what I'm saying, this one alcohol in it. And Campari's not a strong drink at all. You know, so you can still, you know what I'm saying, that's a bit much, but okay.
See? See? See?
What's wrong?
See?
You had one job. You had one job.
See?
2 ounces. That's
See that
2 point.
shit?
That's 2.4. That's 2.6.
And
That's
that's
all
what
right,
I
sir.
fucking did.
Put that, hit that little shot of lime over the top
Yeah,
there,
we
man.
need
A little flavor there.
Alright.
There's also a gin and Campari with tonic. But
I don't
I
like that shit, man. Let me see how tonic just tastes plain.
flat water.
Yo, I know.
'Cause I like that shit's good as fuck.
Yo, some people
You like
just
tonic?
drink it.
You like-
Well,
you
and
like
with the lime right there, man.
And then-
with that Campari,
Yeah.
that shit's alright.
All right.
What's the percentage in this?
Not much.
Campari?
24%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not
Because I'm saying this shit right here slip up on you, boy, with 24%. Yeah,
They all
it's a step up over
slip
wine.
up on you.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like it's like a
Anybody
slightly
get
a
lime?
little bit more toxic than lime,
Oh,
but
wait.
not really got the proof of a hard liquor.
Yeah. So you can mix other drinks.
Like
too.
I've never had. Like I've never
Like
had
mom.
any of the drinks that we talk about for the
At
drinks
all.
of the day. You know what I mean? True. I don't know the background or anything, which kind of does a disservice to the drink itself. I just dropped a cup.
You got to put my top, mine's empty.
All right.
So, like I've used whiskey for the last show, Campari for this one. I'll probably use one of both of those for some other drinks we got coming up too. So we'll see about what we got going for the next couple of weeks.
Okay. Then more tonic. See? You know what I mean?
I dig it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That shit's nice.
I dig
Shit.
it.
You can get this to, you know what I mean?
I dig
Chick,
it.
you know what
It's
I'm
like a
kind of, I like that shit.
it's like a cherry limeade.
Mm-hmm.
So cherry. That's the red.
Carbonated,
That's the
carbonated.
red. I was trying to guess to see what I was gonna taste.
I think like cherry limeade.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Cause that
Oh, yeah.
lime and that tonic.
That's
The
what I'm saying.
tonic
It's
sets it
damn.
off.
So,
The
yeah,
lime-
he
It's
said he
almost,
did
it's
the
almost as
research.
if you. It's almost as if you're drinking like a what's that Shirley Temple?
That was that's Sprite and cherry juice.
You know what I mean? Like it.
Yeah, I feel like Rome said, well, Keith said, like the carbonated cherry limeade is what I get from that. So this shit good though.
I
So
like
shout out Kev with the drink
Shout
of
out
the day.
Kev.
What is it called again? A
A
Campari.
Campari and tonic.
Campari and tonic.
2 ounces of
Yeah.
Campari, tonic water to taste, slice of lime, ice when you need it,
And you got one job.
Yeah.
Make the shit right.
2
the first
ounces.
Yeah.
But that's what's up. Shout out to Kevin for taking the day for that.
So you know, you see Deadpool?
I did not, sir.
Really?
I did not.
I haven't seen it yet either.
time. Me either.
Do you know you might be mad at me? I just don't care if I see it or not.
That
But I
might be
care
good.
if it's spoiled. that wrong?
I mean,
He don't care if you see it or not.
Is that wrong?
Check it out.
Is that wrong?
Yeah, because
Or when does it run out? When does that run out?
it runs out when motherfuckers stop having respect for you seeing the film or not. Let's talk about this whole spoiler thing. I know that is a good question. Like, what was the time length? Because I just saw Infinity War, and I was like,
still ain't seen it, folks.
You said
Still ain't seen it. And I think we got a 1 month threshold where it's like, yo, you can't say anything for a month.
Now, if I wanted to be an asshole, I can
Yeah.
start talking about
Yeah,
that shit
you
right now and just fucking
And everybody's
shit up.
talking
Right.
about it. You
You know
know
what
what?
I mean?
It's unavoidable.
And so
We
it's
did
one
last
thing
show.
when it
Yeah.
organically happens,
Yeah. Right.
but it's another thing when someone goes out of their way
To be a
fuck up
dick
your
about
good
it.
time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
But even still, though, man, even with the spoilers, I'm still excited to see it, man. Just seeing how 50% of the population, and you got these superheroes out here just dropping off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that shit, bro.
Yeah, dog.
Can't wait to see it.
But here's the thing. I got busy last week. You know, then I was supposed to go to a cookout. Got canceled. Fucked my whole weekend up. So I just stayed in the house and do a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? However, I'm gonna come back this week. We're bound. Probably catch Deadpool on Friday, and then catch Star Wars Solo on Saturday morning. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not amped to see Solo either.
I'm not
Me
amped to see
neither.
Solo.
I'm amped to
Me
see
neither.
I'm amped to see fucking Lando Calrissian though.
I mean, there was a rumor going around that they're going to get him a
Yeah.
solo.
But they're
Solo movie.
gonna give Lando Calrissian a solo movie, but they said they may not cast Donald Glover. If you don't do that, I'm not seeing that shit.
Yo, I'm hearing that
They
this
can't
nigga's in
afford
talks.
them.
I'm
They
hearing,
can't afford them now
yo,
at this point.
I'm hearing Sons in talks for Black Panther 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I heard he
why
wants
not?
on. If he's not the villain, I don't want into
But
it either.
him as the villain going up against T'Challa, I don't know.
You
said who's the villain, Ron?
No, he can't do that. He's already in fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah, who would you say would be the potential
Yeah, he's
villain?
in the
though,
timeline already.
He's already in
He's,
Spider-Man
out,
Homecoming.
he's in the timeline already. So he has to be that Davis dude.
I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like related to the other Spider-Man, like the Miles Morales.
Yeah,
He's
the
not. He's not.
I know he's not him. I know his cousin was. Or,
His,
Yeah,
it's
it's
his nephew.
His
yeah.
nephew.
That's
So-
So he can end up in Wakanda somehow.
being who?
Being Donald
Wow.
Glover,
Yeah.
basically. It's going to be one of those. Like, I just saw Spider-Man Homecoming, by the way. You know what I mean? So I saw his part in that. And it'll probably be just as trivial.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see, but
Like-
he can't be
like-
like he can't be the.
He can't, yeah.
I don't see
so
him.
I pull that back.
There's no way. There's. I don't now. I said the same thing about Heath Ledger when they said he was gonna be Joker.
I said,
It's
give
like
him a chance.
ain't no fucking way he can be Joker.
Shit.
And then I saw his picture, his Joker, and felt like a goddamn idiot.
Oh no, that not that he couldn't be capable of doing it. You know what I mean? He would be capable of being
Yeah,
a villain.
of course
but,
he could.
But he's already stamped in the timeline.
Yeah, he's already in
You know
the
what I mean?
franchise as being somebody else.
Hell, he might have been part of the 50% that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, but still, he can be in it. I don't think he should be a villain.
That's what I'm saying. He can't be. He can't.
It should be something insignificant, or he should be a part of it behind the scenes somewhere.
Well, behind the scenes, definitely. Like I would love to see him do more
I'd want the next
behind
movie.
the camera.
I'd want the next movie to be completely different from what the first one was. You know what I'm saying?
Because I
like
think-
completely different tone, pace. You know what I'm saying? Everything, like really deliver like a great movie. You know what I'm saying? That happens to be a comic book movie. The way Winter Soldier was for
But then
Captain America.
I mean, I'm kind of comic booked out. at
I
this
feel
point.
you. I feel you
I'm
on
kind
that.
of comic booked out.
I feel you on that.
I'm drained, and to tell you the truth, 2018 gave me fatigue. You know what I'm saying? Black Panther was big.
That's what
Big.
they saying.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
was
Infinity
big.
War was big.
Big.
Justice League was big. Well, fuck y'all. You know what I'm
I
saying?
saw it. Yo, I saw it. I paid to go see it,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I like that shit.
I like that shit too.
I
you
like
know what I
that
mean?
shit.
And I don't care who's up on what. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because ain't nobody pocketing. Ain't none of us pocketing any of that money.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm just like, yo, can we have just some regular motherfuckers right quick? Like General Zod and Killmonger did a movie. HBO.
For one, I've seen
You know
it.
what I mean? You seen it?
Yeah. I was not watching, but I was here watching movies because that's what I do.
I was halfway through it. You know what I mean? But I heard it was based off a book.
It is.
That it is, and there's also been done as a movie already.
Might have.
It says Equilibrium.
I remember seeing Equilibrium. Yeah, and I
They
believe.
saying Equilibrium was based off the
Okay, I
book.
can kind of see that.
This is just another rendition of that. But
It was fine with me. I liked it. I didn't like it a whole lot. It kind of convoluted. I see what they were going for. For me, a movie I'm gonna watch the house. The movie on Netflix called Anon was way better.
everybody's been telling me
With
about
Amanda
Anon.
Seyfried and Clive Owen, it was way better. You know what I'm saying? Where that movie was about basically like everything you see and you hear. It's a record of it. You like something they have it so that even when babies are born, yes, your mind's it's automatically digitized. Anything you see is automatically recorded. So if you murder somebody, you're a suspect. Pull the footage from your eyes. Yeah, you killed him. And then it was laid out there, and when you walk, you see people's like the name, job titles. This one chick walks by, and you see her, and it pops up error unknown. You know who the fuck she is, and that shit that's supposed to be unheard of. And it goes, people getting killed. You know who's doing it. It was a good movie, and in my opinion, it was way better than Fahrenheit 451. Even though I like both Michael Shannon and Michael B. Jordan, the movie just didn't do that much for me.
Okay.
Understandable.
I feel you on that.
But just the simple fact that they're going back to books. You know what I mean? Books or even just pulling ideas out of thin air. You know what I mean? Like we have a very short. Everything's being rebooted. You know what I mean? Like
Did you see what the fuck they did to Thundercats?
No.
Have you seen that shit?
Was that the whole Thundercats Go thing?
Yes. Have you seen that shit?
No, man.
Dog.
Yo, they Teen Titan Gold motherfucking Thundercats, dog. They
Thundercats,
fucked that shit up. They
Teen Titan
fucked that
It's
shit
not right.
up.
It's not right.
Yo.
I don't watch Teen Titans.
Hold up.
It's not the same.
Maybe I got a picture of
No,
it.
you don't.
Oh, fuck.
I can find it. I don't care.
Fucking Thundercats, they doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, they're redoing Thundercats.
Dog, that's like a 4:30 like daylight special right when you getting out of school, man.
They
Back in
messed
the
that up.
early
They
2000s,
messed
dog.
it up, man. They messed it up, dog. They messed it up. Your heart
Damn,
is
yeah.
going to drop.
No.
Your heart
That's
is
not the artwork.
going
None
to
of that is
drop.
the artwork.
Your
Chris
heart
Hemsworth,
is going to drop. Just do Thundercats Go.
Man, Yahoo search sucks, dog.
You mean Bing?
Bing sucks.
Know what the biggest search for is in Bing? Google.
Here it is. So with that being said, here it is.
what the fuck is that, man?
Yo, these are the same people that do Gumball.
Yeah, I seen yes,
Yo,
man.
These are the
Hey,
same
yo,
folks that do Gumball.
I'm telling you right now. I'll tell you this right
What
now.
the fuck is
This
that?
This shit is going to be funny as hell.
Oh, it's gonna be funny. Cause
As
Gumball,
hell.
cause Gumball is funny as hell.
As hell.
You watch Gumball?
Yes, my son watches Gumball. This one cartoon about called Sanjay and his snake.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He watches Steven Universe, Adventure Time.
Adventure
Heard about
Time.
You know what I'm saying? He watches all that shit.
No sense.
That
It's a
shit is-
motherfucking white.
It is
Really?
hilarious.
You got a
I
backpack
be
just walking all
crying.
this shit.
Yo, I be crying watching this new shit, man.
Man, I'm telling
Hey
you.
yo, in real talk, Teen Titans Go.
Can't
It's
stand
funny as hell.
Fuck.
Can't stand
Teen Titans
As
Go is funny
I
as
don't know
fuck,
what
man.
that
I'm not saying it's not funny, but I ain't.
Where's the humor? Like Beast Boy
oh,
and Robin,
oh my God,
Beast
yeah.
Boy and
The
Raven
whole
and shit.
clique.
I'll be
The
trying to
whole
watch it,
clique.
man.
The whole clique, dog. Like,
But I ain't
The
watching
plots,
that.
the plots be dumb as hell, like
Dog,
man.
Everybody just
But
be
I'm
hating
not
on
watching it.
Robin
I'm not
now.
watching it for that. I'm not watching.
Yeah.
When Teen Titans came out, the show came out. It was a serious dope ass show, which led to fucking Young
Yes.
Justice.
Yes.
Like, fuck, I can't. No, fuck. Like all of a sudden, you do Young Justice as a fucking comedy. You can fuck yourself with that.
Oh man, nah. Yo man, they went all the way off the rails with Teen Titans Go, man. I'm talking, I be crying like
Yo, that shit is hilarious,
Yo,
son. That shit
it's
is
a
hilarious.
new realm, and Gumball the same.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
like they're employing a new version of comedy. It kind of reminds you of when Shrek came out, and they had all these jokes with adult connotations in them. but it was for kids. But it's but
you know
what I mean?
They are men and women our age, or maybe 5 to 10 years older. Like giving the kids today humor from our childhood. Like I remember Gumball had an episode that was based off of like the Final Fantasy VII. The way that the episode was told was like an episode of Final Fantasy VII in an RPG. All the cliches of an RPG. My son is watching this and he's laughing at the slapstick humor. I'm laughing at the Final Fantasy VII shit. My son's like, he's like, what you laughing at? I'm like, oh, you don't get it.
You're right.
You don't get it. You don't even know. But I see it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and I love this shit. You know what I mean? It's man. And Teen Titans Go is that. You know what I mean? But this right here, I can't stand for this. I wasn't a kid for Teen Titans, so I can
like. How are they gonna do Mum-Ra? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How they gonna do
The
Mum-Ra?
moon attacks when they come up.
Look at my man Panthro though, man.
Yeah.
I'm like a fucking child molester over there.
Panthro was the first black.
Had a whip and everything. Right.
Yeah.
What's up, fellas?
He had a whip.
You know what's going
with the drop top, son.
And always working on that bitch. No, man. Shit. This thing tight out here, man. This motherfucker
I
tight
got
out
shit
here.
ready for y'all, right? When I got to come through.
Shit.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. He was the first black one, man. And look what the fuck they did to him. But,
that's hilarious.
But yeah, I wanted to ask you something.
What's up, man?
Dragon Ball Heroes. I got a picture of it. Have you heard of this shit?
No. Heroes?
Yes. So I think it's like out in Japan. They got this card game, Dragon Ball Heroes or some shit like that. That tells a completely different side story, kind of based off of what Xenoverse is based off of, that Time Patrol shit. And it's incorporated the android chick from Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Oh, 21?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
And it's incorporated Fu from Xenoverse.
See, I never heard of that guy. He was some DLC that came down the road,
Yes.
right? But he was.
But
Damn, I love them screens.
I do have a picture.
Your picture that you sent wasn't formatted correctly.
All right.
That was the only one that wasn't formatted correctly,
right.
though.
What did you say? Heroes?
So,
It's a
yes.
card game?
So it's a card game, but they have like a little I guess anime to go along with it. It doesn't follow the timeline we're into, but it kind of follows that Time Patrol shit, like alternate universes of where shit can happen. The villain for the new Super movie, I think, is based off of him, but they got the anime coming in July that you can watch.
Whoa, well, you mean the first Saiyan is well, no, he wasn't. He's the first. What? In this
I don't know
movie
who he
coming
is.
up. Okay,
I don't know who he
was
is,
the first.
but in this world of this Dragon Ball Super shit, he's that's One Punch Man. That's coming back. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah, cause like he be just like a puny little kid until you fuck with him, then he just turns into some big swole
Have you
ass
ever watched
ball
One
head.
Punch Man?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's
He's
right.
a
You don't watch
fucking
anime,
monster.
right?
I mean, not that I don't watch
He's a
anime,
monster.
but I just not
One
into
Punch
it.
Man. A lot of people saying, look, man, he might go toe to toe out there with some of these cats.
Yo.
So yeah, that picture that you sent
Alright,
was
but
this one here.
okay, man, shit. Either way,
Huh?
I'll pull it up later.
Yeah, I got.
Either way, I think they said the anime's coming in July. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to
Okay.
be based off of some timeline, some timeline that they've used in the card game or some shit like that or whatever. And it's going to have like this shit has Super Saiyan 4 Goku in it, Super Saiyan Blue Goku in it, all the Vegetas, alternate versions of Vegeta. It's kind of like a DC universe of Dragon Ball, where there's alternate worlds of the same characters, all in the same. Like they had something where Goku and Vegeta were fighting evil clones of themselves, and then Trunks shows up with Cooler.
With
You know,
Cooler,
with
like
Cooler,
yo.
with Cooler,
Well,
and then they show some shit of Trunks training with Goku and Vegeta, fighting them 1-on-2. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit that they do. They do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right.
And that's coming in July.
All right, cool. To the States, of course. So it's
Not
it's
to,
over in
yeah.
Japan,
Well,
but-
if you got Crunchyroll
You're right.
or a subscription to someone like Hulu or whoever might carry
Mhm.
the company that puts it out, then you'll have it in the States. Or if you know of other means, you'll have it in the States.
Pretty much, you gotta watch the shit in Japanese. In a nutshell, you won't get any dubbed audio.
Yeah.
But any other
that
games?
Super
But
is
any
almost
games?
done, by the way. Super's
Any
almost
games
all the
we
way
should-
done.
Any games we should be checking out for?
Man, yeah, right. Well, right now, man, I've been actually, man. Next week, I plan on posting some footage of like some retro games, man. I'm gonna do like a throwback show,
what's
man. I'm gonna
up?
play all old Contra, man. I'm gonna play all old.
Right.
Cause I was talking to a coworker, man. It was just talking about, man, these kids these days, man. They don't know gaming right now. That's why
They don't know shit.
That's why I can show a lot of respect to like From Software and who makes the Dark Souls, you know, the Bloodborns, who don't give you a difficulty. Like the AI is, you know what I mean, nowadays the AI is so catered towards, you know, every individual so that you can
Yeah.
beat it.
Yeah.
But man, going back to Contra and shit where you got a 2-axis D-pad, up, down, level up, man, bro.
It
Bro.
took me almost
Bro.
15 to 16 years.
See, that's
to
what I'm
beat-
saying. That's
to
what
beat
I'm saying.
Contra.
When a game take you that long.
And then get what? And then get what? Me and Jermaine beat that shit one day in 30 minutes.
Exactly.
The whole
Hey,
thing.
yeah.
Real
Hell,
talk.
I died
real talk.
1,000 times.
I have not beat anything
On
on
the
the first Nintendo.
See, that's what I'm saying. And
I've never beat anything on
Good.
it. Anything.
And I got $100 for anyone at this table if you can honestly say you beat Punch Out.
No.
I've never beat.
never seen
You're
it
not going. Yeah,
Yo,
I've never
yo,
seen it beat.
yo,
I've
check
never
it
seen it
out.
beat.
I've never seen it past the point that I got to. And I've never seen anyone go further than me.
I've seen
So
it.
that with a cheat code. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And you're still not beating Titan.
They said
Nah.
this. Look, they said this. The game is about, you know what I'm saying, rhythms and matching the rhythm and trying to get like a code down. Okay, it's a pause, press, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Get a rhythm. They said, they came back and said, with Punch Out, with Tyson, his move was so fast, you could, by the time you press the button, it was over.
I know.
They said that with the way technology was, the timing
Wasn't
on the
wasn't
controller
available.
wasn't appropriate
You
to
couldn't
beat
get
that
it.
motherfucker.
By the time you
know
saw,
what I'm
by the time you
saying?
saw a flash, you
They
late.
say now.
Flash, you already late.
It's that pixel.
Yeah.
It's that pixel.
It's here.
That Titan shit too. Like, God damn.
Everybody else get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say.
Yo, they say it was technically impossible
To beat
to
that-
beat that
That's
game.
exactly.
You know
That's
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying.
Like the
It's
creators
sad.
came out and said, like, look,
Yeah.
with the way technology was,
couldn't beat the
you
game.
couldn't beat the game.
See?
We're sorry.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They say
But
now.
we knew you couldn't beat that
They
shit.
said now. You know what I mean? Like they got it on PC and they got it on all this other stuff, and you're playing the emulator or whatever. They say
Yeah.
now you have a better chance of beating it because whatever controller you're using, the timing is better.
Right.
You know, the connection between the controller and the
okay.
console is better, so
Mm.
your reaction time will be faster.
But on a generic
It's
on a
crazy,
generic
too,
NES,
On a generic,
you say
No,
it's not happening.
it's not gonna
That's what I'm
happen.
saying. I never.
Hey, yo, I heard that they might be re-releasing that Nintendo 64.
they are. They don't hear
If
about it.
they
probably
do that
are.
shit,
Cash cow.
At least the games.
I'm getting,
Cash
At least the
man.
games.
I'm getting,
Yeah.
I'm getting Zelda,
Or no guitar.
Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask.
See, man, any person I can go talk to it, like a black guy, a white guy, a Chinese guy. Everybody plays fucking
you play
Ocarina
that
of
shit?
Time.
Did you play that shit?
Ocarina of
That
Time.
happened.
Like, dog, I'm telling you, that game there is a staple for like RPG, like I don't want to say RPG, but like an adventure game. Zelda, man, like that, look, man,
If you
Nintendo
had a
as long as you had,
64, you
Yeah.
had Zelda.
you had Zelda.
Just like if you had a
Zelda.
PlayStation, you either had Final Fantasy 7 or you knew
Sure.
somebody that played it or had it. Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, damn,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
They do
I knew about Bond, GoldenEye,
Everybody,
Perfect
yes.
That's what I'm saying,
Perfect
man.
Dark, and Mario Kart.
No odd job.
I know, right? You can't get odd jobs with short ass. Them motherfuckers be cheating like hell, man.
No, you get shot in the face.
Yeah,
quickly.
Odd job.
with
But
Odd
Odd job
Job.
used to cheat, man. I don't know what it was. It was back
so
in
short.
gimmick.
He was so
So
short.
you couldn't kind of get to him.
But when you
Okay.
did, it's done. It's a done
Okay.
deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See, yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. These classics, man. These kids these days don't
You
know
understand?
that shit, man.
They don't understand. Look, in certain games, when you got hit, you dead.
Thank you.
Ain't no, you know what I'm saying?
Start over.
Ain't no.
Start all the way over.
All the way over.
Yo, look, mama want to go to the grocery store? Done. Say it.
Like, Ma, please. Right
You on
now,
level
boy.
9.
No.
You on level 9.
Power go down.
You like,
Are you fucking joking?
Only thing you try. I'm gonna
Super
see.
Saiyan.
I'm gonna see if I can pause. Let me see if I can pause it and come back.
Oh, I done did that.
Try to come
I done
back.
did that.
5 hours later, we back in it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I done did that.
You're not, but
I
you
done
I
did
don't
that.
mind that no more, and
Right.
got murdered.
I'm not. I can't. I don't know how. I
You
don't,
jump right here and you pause it
like-
right there.
and you're like,
No!
Well, let me give y'all one better. Hey,
You doing
you
it
put
wrong.
it in there.
You doing it wrong. You
put it-
doing it wrong. You doing it wrong.
That ain't the way
Everybody
you do it. That ain't the way you do it.
Yo,
Blow out the cut and then push the other game.
You gotta push it all the way in.
you doing it wrong.
No,
You doing it
then
wrong.
you gotta press it down.
Then it quick in.
You don't,
How you
you
do
don't,
the game? How you do
you
it
don't, you don't blow it
How
right.
you
You
doing, bro?
gotta get another
game.
Another game.
I ain't gonna play this shit. Tell her, Rob.
Damn right.
That's
Damn
okay.
right.
That's real gaming right there, son.
Damn right.
That's real classic gaming right there, man.
Kids don't know
You gotta hit
shit.
reset 2 times on your Morse code. You know what I'm saying? In order to tell.
Oh man.
Oh,
These
shit.
kids, they don't know, man.
That's
but
horrible.
you know what's crazy? But you know what they do know?
What?
They do know how to wirelessly connect right back to that motherfucker.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
That's what they know. Cause we ain't had that. We had hard wires plugged into the wall, plugged into connected to the TV, controller connected to the thing.
Yeah.
Long ass extension cord
Yeah.
if need be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? And
Definitely.
yo, real talk, real side note, Sony, stop selling your products with these short ass cords. You know what I'm saying? Have you seen this shit?
What do you mean, like
For
on
your
the console?
headphones. For your headphones.
Oh,
That cord they
you
sent
want
with
wireless, baby.
that little black cord so that you
Just
can.
Oh,
like
when
a-
you first
just
buy
like
the
an
console.
earbud.
This shit is like this long.
Yeah, they
You
tripping.
like this.
And you're
Literally.
like, where the fuck am I gonna put this?
I can't even put it down to charge.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be hanging from the PlayStation if I charge it from the PlayStation. So I gotta find another outlet in the house that's feasible for something that's gonna. I'm like, come on, y'all, please.
But yeah, man. Just on that note, man. Just games that I'm really playing right now. It's just shout out to Rockstar, man. Like I said, they got Red Dead 2 coming out down the road. But I can really appreciate a game company that sticks true to a title and they're not trying to like reboot. Like right now, like a lot of people like with the Call of Duties and all these games, they're making it a different title when they're just upscaling the graphics or doing shit that's really just DLC credible. But Rockstar, man, they keeping one solid game and they just giving you the most DLC that I've ever seen in any
Grand Theft Auto
fucking
5.
man, dog.
Yo,
They still dropping
GTA
DLC.
5 is still
Dog,
on
have
and
you
popping.
played it recently?
Los Santos,
No.
Play that
it's
shit.
still
No.
going down.
No, it's still going down.
It's still
Dog,
going down. Almost what?
Tell 'em.
3 years
3
later?
years later, dog.
Longer than
later.
that. I think
Bruh.
even longer than that.
Man, yeah, that's
Bruh.
when I had it.
Dog,
Bruh, yeah.
They even said that this game has made more money than any movie.
Wait,
Man.
Any
Wait.
movie. Pick
there's
one.
a game.
It's made
There's
more.
a game that just came out that just broke that, right?
We all got
No.
That GTA still.
That's
As
it.
far as
It's
the most
still
money
killing
made,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely
Still
not.
killing it.
Like yo,
We all got one, bro.
Check it.
I don't even like GTA.
This-
I got the fucking
Everybody.
game.
this game made so much money. Rockstar can be like, hey, let's take some time off for Red Dead. Cause these motherfuckers playing the fuck out
Still
this
playing
shit.
it, man. Look.
And we got the code. We can give them all kind of wild shit and let the squad tighten this shit up.
Yep.
Because you already know what they can give you.
Mm-hmm.
With the world they gave you with GTA in the city. Now you have the Wild West.
I can't wait to play that shit.
We can ride out as posses.
Yeah.
Rob banks, heists.
See, I've always been turned off on Red Dead. 'Cause first of all, I don't like that Western shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
no.
then secondly,
they're Red Dead.
and then secondly, it's just like GTA. It's just like GTA.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
You
is.
know what I mean?
It's
It's
just a
just like
different setting.
GTA. I just don't like the Western shit.
Oh,
Dog, I can't wait to have a body on the back of the horse coming through the city, yo. You know? Who wanna do a shootout?
I mean, but
I'm gonna drop a bounty off,
Yo.
rob a bank,
Yo.
shoot the sheriff, and be out.
Yeah.
yo,
Hop on the train.
but yo, with both what you guys telling me about, that's actually played it, telling me about it, and the fact that I know Rockstar for doing hot shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
already know
saying?
Rockstar coming, huh? They
I
coming with it.
might just fuck with it.
Yeah,
you know what
dog,
I
we
mean?
gonna be out there.
Dog, did you ever play Red Dead?
Dog.
I did play Red Dead once.
Okay.
I did play Red Dead once
To
or
this
twice.
day,
I didn't have a game,
dog,
but I
they just-
played it.
They dropped they next DLC drops on the 26th. They just dropped Trapdoor. Like when you play GTA now, it feels
What
like
is
a totally
Trapdoor?
different game. It's just more criminal shit. More like now you can be a VP. A VIP. You can be a CEO.
Yeah.
You can buy bunkers.
Yeah, I got a
Now you see what I'm saying? Look, bro, yeah, I got a bunker, and that shit costs 2 point something and some change. So you putting in work.
Millions, man. There's some millions out there.
I'm telling you, you putting in work, bro.
Man,
You
that's
can
what-
buy all kind of shit
That's
like
what I love about
like-
GTA, man.
on some real
That's what I
shit.
love
Yo,
about
they
that
did an
shit.
update on the
Uh-huh.
dollars too.
Mm.
If you do have GTA, you might want to log in and go
Yes.
online because they've been having these giveaways.
Business week.
Yeah, Business Week.
They give you-
They have these other updates where just for logging on,
Yep.
you give you 400,000, 250,000. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yo.
for logging on.
Exactly.
And it just keep that shit going.
Exactly.
Hey, yo, let me
They got
ask.
more cars. They just
I know.
Let me. Do you have any other games?
Other than just one real quick shout out to this indie game company, Friday the 13th, that I've been following since it came out with Gun Media.
You showed
Man,
me
like
something
man,
on
and for this to be an indie company, man, you can really appreciate the 5 guys who pushed this title out, that it was nominated for a Game of the Year award. It didn't get it, but man, I mean, and this Jason, man, it goes hard. It's no campaign to it. It's it's strictly multiplayer.
Right.
And like, man, like that shit really feels like the movies, man. I feel like you can go, like, if you watching Jason 3, 4, 5, or 6, it really feel like you playing there, man. Like they capture all that old shit, man. That shit's dope.
That's what's up.
They released some DLC there now. Jason can hang motherfuckers in the barn. He can stick motherfuckers' heads in the pot and shit. So that shit's dope too. Shout out to Gun Media,
That's
man.
what's up.
Yeah,
Yo,
that's it.
And Fortnite on their ass. While
Man.
you was talking about all the other games,
Yeah.
like Call of Duty, who they release a Call of Duty every
I'm
time
saying that's something.
when
yeah,
they
right.
should just update Call
Thank
of
you.
Duty. You know what I mean?
They should just
Update
update
it.
Madden.
They should just
They
update
should
Madden.
just update 2K.
Yo, look, Fortnite is
Yeah.
is free and it
The
constantly
Battle Royale is
updates.
free.
Killing
The
it.
Battle Royale is free. If you want
Killing
the other shit, you have to buy it.
Right.
But
They
just to
killing
have fun with it, they get you in the door. They get in the door by giving you a free thing,
Man.
and it's always updated.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the game is
I
gonna
wish
have
you
to
could
go
pull that shit
because
up, Jerome.
because
And you don't and on PlayStation you don't have to have Plus to play the Battle Royale.
Really?
Yes.
You don't have to
Yes.
have a gold
The-
membership.
No.
Because the
You
whole
do
thing
Play
not-
online with Battle
No.
Royale.
No.
That's the whole point behind the Battle
Damn.
Royale.
Well, I mean, but still though.
But that's the thing. On PlayStation now, to play online,
Mhm.
you have to
Active
have.
subscription.
Go too.
PlayStation
But
Plus.
I don't know what that's about City because I got it on Xbox. I have no idea.
But for Fortnite, because I don't have
Damn.
Plus right now, and on Fortnite when my son plays it in the living room, he's on there playing with folks.
Question: Is that a multi-platform game? Because I know some games is like
It's on
is that
Xbox.
multi-platform? Can you
It's
I don't think you can cross
can't
play.
crossplay? That's what I'm saying. Because I
I don't think you can
thought
cross play.
Xbox can
I've been
cross
looking for
play
that
with
option.
PC.
Yes.
Oh,
Xbox
okay.
can cross play with PC because they're Microsoft,
Soft.
Okay.
and they've set it up to do that.
Okay.
But Sony stepping into that.
Yeah. They just
No.
man, that need to be just come all together, man. Just like because Xbox sucks
Do
on
you
that.
know how much money
Yeah,
could be in that?
if fucking
Imagine-
Nintendo, Sony, and
Imagine if a year out, they're
Mhm.
like, yo, these are the games that are gonna be in the Hunger
Right.
Games.
right,
Right? These are the games.
Right.
These are the
Right.
games you under your user tag have to get tied in to qualify to play in this shit.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All
Qualify to
platforms.
play in this shit, or it's $100 to get into some stupid ass little pool and fight your way out of it in these games. Set that shit up.
Mhm.
What? Annually? Only make it annually? You know how big you can hike that whole PC versus PlayStation
Yeah,
versus
right,
Xbox
right.
versus Nintendo,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They need to do that
What?
shit, man. They need to do that shit.
What?
Yeah.
You host that shit? You turn that shit into some like Comic-Con type event?
It'll hit.
Mm-hmm. I just hate the rights that certain games, because like I said, I wish one day down the road if I can get Zelda on Sony. On Sony. Like, cause fuck Nintendo, fuck that Switch.
Nah, don't say that. Don't say that. Because I want that new
Switch.
Zelda.
But I
new
don't want
Zelda
to play that
looks
shit
dope.
on the Switch, man. Did y'all play the fucking Wii U? What is it?
No.
I played
Thank
it.
you.
I played it. I
You
played it.
niggas like,
It's
no. No.
But
No.
the game sucks.
But Jordan, what is
friend-
it? They give you a
a
tablet?
A friend of mine got the Switch. He says he loves it.
Yo,
Yeah,
the game
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Oh,
It's
man,
always
give
been
us
games.
the title.
It's
Give
always
us the
been
title,
games.
man. That's
It's
all they
always
got.
been
The
games.
games.
Like real talk, the systems that they put out,
Yeah.
even when they put the 64 out in that crazy ass controller,
Yeah.
and you're like, what the fuck is that? Right? Then,
Yeah. Remember that shit? You got the whole.
but yo,
It's a button.
but yo, when you played a wrestling game, how
Oh.
dope was that controller?
Yeah, Revenge of Soccer.
You felt like you was right there, and you was like,
Yes. Yo, had to come away from the
It
D-pad.
had momentum. You know what I'm saying? Like it dealt with momentum and all of it, man. And then Zelda, it worked.
Remember the Rumble Pack?
Oh man, a Rumble Pack.
That big ass.
That big ass. It made it heavier. It made it heavier.
Dog.
I got you. God damn. Oh, y'all fool,
Yeah,
man,
you know
out
what I'm
there,
saying?
man.
They've always been innovative in hardware and tech, but it's always games.
So who?
It's what killed Sega.
Yeah, that's what. Who owned Dreamcast? Was it Sega?
Sega.
Sega owned Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Is Sega still
Hey,
a
look,
company?
Sega makes games.
Sega
It
makes games.
makes its games now.
It's a long time
I
ago.
fucking love the Dreamcast back then, man.
Yo,
That shit-
Sega got dope games.
That's how
Sega
2K
had good-
started.
It's our
Yeah,
first
it
Soul
Soul Calibur.
Ooh,
Calibur.
yeah, I know,
Power
right?
Stone? Did y'all play Power
Yes,
Stone?
nigga, yes. Fake ass Goku on that bitch.
Everything is a fake ass Goku.
I know, right?
Everything is a
You
fake
get
ass
3
Goku.
Power Stones turned to a fake ass Goku. But yeah, man. Oh, so 2K did originally started on
Yes.
Dreamcast. Damn.
Yes. I
just
remember
looked up.
I remember when it first came out. We was playing it. We was like, "Oh, this shit is dope as fuck."
Yeah.
You got to be Shaq backing them down like.
Yeah,
He was like, "Oh, this some ill
Yeah.
shit."
The first 3D Sonic was on Dreamcast. I know that shit. Sonic Adventures came out on that motherfucker. That shit was hard.
When you had to,
run across that
get that little
prison.
fucking egg to go in your save card and shit. Did you do that?
Yeah, look, I remember niggas was walking around with this motherfucking memory stick. I said, yo,
Oh my god.
straight up,
That shit.
yeah. Hey,
What's
2
that
slots
talking
on the
about
back
again?
of the
What's that
Dreamcast.
talking about
The
again?
Dreamcast, it had a fucking little block that looks almost like
Oh,
a USB.
it looked like a gigapet. It looked like it looked like a gigapet.
Yes.
Oh, you want
Yes.
some beef, nigga? Here,
Yes.
I brought my lunch.
nigga.
Hold my shit up.
That nigga eating right now.
How did? Yo, do you remember that game Dreamcast came out with of the fish, the talking fish, where it was just supposed to sit and wait on you to interact with it? Do you remember
Via
that
the
shit?
Gigapet stick.
No. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Whatever the fuck it's called. nigga.
But also, do you remember Shenmue?
Nigga, I think they're trying to reboot that.
They are.
Man, nigga, do you
Remember?
remember, dog? Shenmue, dog. Only game I felt good about going to work, because I was going to kick somebody's ass at work. You know what I'm saying? I was going to kick somebody's ass at work. After I got through driving the forklift, son, I'm kicking your ass right after this motherfucker. I was like, oh, Shenmue.
We gotta be done by like 10:30, so like
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Son.
Okay, cool. So we wait on Rome to get back
Okay.
well, no.
So let me hit the one in one of them.
So we
Caparis and
as we've been promoting today's kind of question of the day, topic of the day is Breaking Black.
Club soda in there. I'm out of time. Well, okay. What you do?
And a lot's been going on in the news, in the world, I should say, that kind of pertains to the black experience. The NFL today.
Man, fuck Roger Goodell and the NFL.
Yeah,
The
man.
NFL today.
Yeah, man.
Like my man at work said.
Except for the fucking
why-
Jets.
Like they're the ones
What's
that
the
said, "Yo,
exception
we'll
for
pay
them?
it if they do it."
Fine,
Motherfucking
they'll
Jets
pay
said
it
we'll
if
pay it.
So it's like like my man at work said, you didn't have to do nothing. You didn't. Like Charlemagne said this morning, all you had to do was tell people who had a problem with it that, hey, this is America.
It's the freedom of
It's
speech.
freedom of speech. You can protest it, and that's what it is. Just like this is America, you can protest the fact that they're doing it.
Yes.
And that's it. We have a dialogue, and hopefully we come to a point where we can go back to living with one another. Because that's what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? And so, you've got that. NFL, you fucked up. Then we've got my man for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Sterling Brown.
Gets tased.
It's happened when we was in the playoffs. It just the footage finally got released today.
Yeah, definitely. It happened like a year ago or some shit like that.
What
Yeah.
happened?
The Milwaukee Bucks. They win the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
This January. One night, one of the players, he's a rookie, I think his name is Sterling Brown. He was at a CVS Walgreens. It was like late in the morning, at 2 in the morning. He pulled up, and he didn't pull in the space. He pulled across
So
two handicap spots.
Okay.
Now, I thought the cops had just showed up. Had just showed up. And you know what I'm saying? And saw him park there and went outside when he got here and gave him a ticket. Somebody called the cops because they saw him park like that. Now my thing is this: now that's a legal offense, but who's calling the cops? Somebody's parked some kind of way.
Right.
Look, especially at 2 a.m. in the morning. Look, I'm good. Fuck it.
Yeah,
It's like you calling the cops on a black man.
Yeah, I don't even know who was black, but who? My thing is,
So they tased him on site?
I don't know if they saw him.
You know he's black. Why else are you calling the fucking cops?
They might have, I don't know, but they called the cops on this dude. And so the cop is out there, he's in the store, he comes out, and he's like, hey, it's your car? Yeah, who your name? What's your name? Give me your ID, get your ID. Okay. He goes for his ID, and he walks, the cop's walking up to him. And so he goes to his car, by the door. And so the cop walks right there, and he's fine, but the cop goes right up to him and says, get some soda out of there for you.
I got some right here.
You got some more left?
Yeah, I got some more left.
But yeah, the
And
cop.
so he's at his door. Oh, he's right there just doing nothing to answer the cop's questions. You know what I'm saying? Okay, my name is Sterling Brown. Back up. You're too close. Back up.
Damn. See what I'm saying?
And literally
Dumb
from when he stopped and so I told the cop, within 4 seconds the cop is upset. You see what you did? You don't see anything wrong with this? Off the muscle, like literally. The report said he was aggressive. The report said he was aggressive, being not doing this, that, and the other. The video shows this man out there just standing look, I'm trying to answer questions. And I'm answering your questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? And then so he called for backup because he's a coward and he needs to be deep out here to try to scare this dude because he's 6 foot tall. You know what I'm saying? Black dude. Like he want to power trip. So he calls reinforcements. He himself didn't know. Oh, they sent 4 cars.
Yo, they said. Like,
I just
cavalry.
needed one. I just needed one. But then what I would have did is, look, I need one person here. The rest of you guys can go away. We're good. We can take care of this.
It's not happening.
It shows the cops should have said that. But it shows the Sterling Brown, the player, surrounded by cops, just standing there.
It's all white cops.
Yeah.
See.
That's
a recipe for disaster right there. It is what it is in America.
Black, man, look, if it been all black cops,
That's like Rodney King right there. I'm putting it out there.
Man, I think.
Hey, and speaking of Rodney King, I use him in part of the promotion for this show today.
So,
Yo,
so literally, he's talking to him, and now he doesn't know what the head. He's sitting there, and he got his hands in his pockets, but he's talking to him, and then put his hand. He's not trying to go anywhere.
Right.
He's literally just standing in the middle of you guys, talking to you guys, and the cops say, put your hand in your pockets. Hold on. And the guy comes and says, what? I got stuff in my hands. Hold on. Grab him to the ground, throw him to the ground, tase him. 18 hours later, he's on the court, face full up with a bruise and a scab.
Playoffs.
Somebody
Playoffs.
rocked his ass, man.
He's literally playing. No, it's from him taking him down and tasing him.
For sure. Somebody rocked his ass. That's what it seemed like to me.
That was that knee in the back.
And throw him to the face. Throw him to the ground.
It was the cops that did that shit to him.
Yeah.
Man, that's
18
hate, man.
18 hours later, he is playing
Wow.
for an NBA. Here's what happened. Okay, they took him to jail. And so what's your name? First call, I'm calling the owner of the Bucks. What happened? I got arrested for what? A parking ticket. Guess what happened? You got a game tonight. The owner of that franchise called somebody. What the fuck are y'all doing? Y'all arrested one of my players. He wants to play tonight. If he don't play tonight, y'all gonna fucking pay for this shit?
Yeah.
He was out, no charges. They gave he had a parking, but he had to get the parking tickets. But those tickets he earned them. So after that, he got no charges though. But they see he was been aggressive and all thing. He's suing the Milwaukee.
Swole ass face.
You see his face swole up.
It's scabbed up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's scabbed up from them putting their knee and their face in the back. They do that to everybody. And that's the other thing. I think it's somewhere in the training tactics that says for them not to back down. Once they escalate it to a point, it has to stay there. There has to be some kind of power thing because, like you said, he was like, yo, I only need one other cop.
Yeah.
They were like, nah. They could have just stayed in their car and just monitored from a distance, right? But they literally got out and surrounded. They mobbed up. You know what I mean? And any black man knows that once car number 2 and 3 come,
it's done dotted. Yeah,
you're in trouble. You know what I'm saying? You're in trouble.
They gonna make some shit happen.
They gonna make some shit happen. One of them gonna find a problem. You know what I mean? It might not be the one that you initially got pulled over by, but somebody walking up is gonna have a problem with what's going on, and they're gonna escalate.
Court Jerome, is this? You say this is abusing authority's power, or is this a racist thing, man? Because
it's a little bit of both.
Black cops do it too. Don't think they know.
Because black cops do it too.
Just as often.
You know what I'm saying?
Look,
like,
cops are cops, man.
Like, check it out.
So it's
Cops are cops.
Look, if you're talking to a cop and something's about to go down, and say for instance, it's not even a cop that's working that day. You know what I'm saying? It could just be a cop. You could be at a gas station talking to a cop, and then an off-duty cop, you know what I'm saying, who's pumping gas at another pump, see y'all going at it verbally.
Yeah.
He'll come right over. You know what I mean? It's this mob mentality, this pack mentality that they have, and I don't think that I think there's something in the training that says once you're there in the situation, don't leave your fellow officer there. I mean, lo and behold, it could have went. He could have been. I mean, I'm not saying that it was, but he could have been dangerous. He wasn't dangerous, but you know what I mean. It's because we're supposed to do that we're gonna choose to do that with him. You know what I mean? Like you remember that little old lady that was cussing out those 2 cops had his hand all in her face. Remember, like some Princeton kids or some MIT kids got pulled over, and their mom, who was like who worked for the state, came and cussed out all the damn cops.
So a white woman
see
putting her hands in cop's face.
Yeah, she was giving the black. And
see,
you are a dumb motherfucker, and you are a dumb motherfucker for following this dumb motherfucker. Like my kids are in MIT. And they're not going anywhere. You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
And like,
and they were in handcuffs, and they got let.
No, they weren't in handcuffs. Of course, they weren't in handcuffs.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? She just got in her car and
that
rolled off.
That makes me cater more towards a racial factor because.
Oh yes, it's definitely a racial factor.
Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying cops ain't racist.
Look, check this out.
But black cops racist too. How that is, I don't know.
Black cops are racist too. They're trained to be racist, and I guess that is in the training because you see black cops get involved in that same mentality. They get that same power trip. You know what I mean? And we're just the target.
Let me ask you this. Could part of it be burning, where you're going and doing the same thing every day, day in, day out, same neighborhood, same people, same faces, same violence. Burning, where you stop giving a fuck.
Well, here's the thing, though.
And I'm not trying to. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm not trying to say that that's like the excuse, but could it be a factor?
I don't give a fuck what the excuse is. No, here's the thing. You took a fucking oath and gave your word to protect and serve. Right. Now, I've noticed this. They're more concerned with protecting and serving each other than the actual people they're sworn. They're putting to protect the people, not other police officers. They're a
legal gang.
Everybody knows that except for them.
And they know.
They do know.
Oh. They do know. They just lie in front of the camera.
Exactly. They know they're a legal gang.
Bro.
You know what I mean? And straight up, I apologize to the good cops that are out there.
I don't. Fuck you too. and you know why? You know why? Guess what?
And you can tell them.
Why is that though? Why shun the good cop thing?
Because you're not a fucking good cop. Guess what? Because you're not a fucking good cop. You know and you saw what your man did right there. Okay. And guess what? If you don't say nothing about him doing it, you're allowing crimes to happen, which is once again against the fucking oath you took. If I know my man when I raped this chick, I said my fault. But if I keep taking him around different spots and I know he's doing this and I don't stop him, I'm a fucking accomplice. Your silence makes you a fucking, you know what I'm saying, a hypocrite to your oath that you took. Your job is to protect and serve and to uphold the law. That's uphold the law for everybody. If you see anybody breaking the law, your oath is to protect and serve the law. So that police officer you saw violate that man's rights, check your man's too. Mm-hmm. That blue wall of silence shit is my opinion, the blue wall of fucking cowardice that you can go fuck yourself with.
Valid point, bro. You know what? Actually.
And you can tell them. Themselves.
To go fuck themselves.
We need one of those.
We do. Oh shit! That's why I called. That's why I pressed the button.
But I understand. I hear you, and I hate to cut you off. But we've also had speaking on black, the black experience.
Okay.
This week we've had Kendrick Lamar had a white girl on stage.
That shit.
Pick this white girl to come perform out of a crowd to come perform a song that I'm pretty sure he knew was coming on. And she rapped the N-word along with this song. that I never remember him saying white people couldn't listen to, and he chose to come onto the stage. Right? Now, I'm a firm believer in no time, ever, should that shit come out of a white person's mouth. Ever. Because when I hear it, all I see red, I see hate, I see it coming from you. I see you brought up in it. So I don't ever want to hear it.
Let me expand what you said. For that, that goes to any slur about a certain people who the slur is about, they can say it, but I can't. I don't drop the F-bomb around gay people. They can say it like they want to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay. So that's the thing. Yeah, I don't call people of Hispanic descent all those slurs, or Jewish people all those slurs, Asians either. They can say it, but I can't.
Right.
They can say the N-word, I can. It's a trade-off. And so that's the same thing you were talking about.
So there's that, right? So she was dead wrong. She was dead motherfucking wrong for saying it.
Yeah. She knew better.
Right? But should Kendrick have chose her in the first place to rap that song?
Right. He should have thought better about that too.
You know better than that shit, man.
Unless he wanted this to happen.
There we go. So I don't know if anybody remembers. Like I said, I spoke to you about it earlier, but you guys don't remember when Alabama won the NCAA championship. That was last year, right? The Alabama football team.
It might have been this year.
Well, no, they came down. They came last year. They came.
It shall not be discussed. Me.
Because it was Georgia. Yeah. Georgia fan. They was down there.
So it was last year.
Mm-hmm.
So
he caught that amazing fucking. He caught that amazing fucking end zone catch.
So check it. So this happened. This happened. This happened that night.
Is Kendrick Lamar there right now?
No.
But they're playing. See what I'm saying? That shit.
Now, so to put what Kendrick just did in the context,
okay, yeah.
Maybe she was put up there for a reason. Maybe she was put up there to bring light to what had happened.
Agenda.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many times Kendrick Lamar had been to Alabama since that YouTube video. But I have a feeling that it was in response to that YouTube video that to make it to bring that out. You know what I mean? Right then in Alabama, it didn't happen in Georgia. It didn't happen. It happened in the same place. Happened in the same exact place where the problem is. You see what I'm saying? So I have a feeling that this moment was pinpointed.
I never looked at it like that.
Everybody looked.
I mean, yeah, we locked on it, all right?
Everybody looked.
But my question is, what is the agenda with this, though? I mean,
start a conversation.
Because it's still wrong at the end of the day.
But at least to say how he feels about it. You know what I'm saying? He let it happen naturally, and they stopped it. They knew that it was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You knew that was going to happen when you brought that white girl up.
Yeah. But again, you know, you start. Hopefully, you're starting to see how it's hopefully weaving together. On top of Michelle and Barack just signed off with Netflix.
And folks
Really?
say, and folks trying to
They
say
making everything.
And folks trying to say they're trying to boycott Netflix now.
Movies, television
What?
shows, documentaries.
Because a
People
president
are boycotting Netflix because the
It's not
president.
what they say, but it's a president of the United States. It's his
hate
president.
democracy.
Dog.
But
But again, he got up. They secured that. Now, what I see? I see opportunities. Like they in there now at Netflix. You with decision makers, and you have the power to be like.
Go put
You have the power to take somebody like you, do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a
And they
power
can look
move.
like us. Like, I know we wished more of his presidency for us,
Yeah.
but think about the moves he can make now for us. Like, I look at him at Netflix and I say, we're in Netflix now. Because folks who look like us can pitch to the Obamas. You know what I'm saying? And our name, when it comes across on that application, isn't going to be an immediate, like, oh no, no. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be that no more. Or at least there's another player in the game other than Oprah, other than Tyler Perry. You know what I'm saying? There's another player in the game. Like, we in there now. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers like, oh no, I must leave.
So, question: is this a shout out to Netflix, or is this kind of like a rebound move
No.
based off the whole what's her fucking name? And Netflix is they're trying to segregate their movies. They're trying to get black
No.
people not to that because Netflix
No.
seems like they do a lot of
No.
shit for brothers out here.
Susan Rice is on the board of Netflix. Susan
Look,
Rice.
Look, if you thought like Netflix conservative, that's not your channel.
Okay.
No,
That's not your
check
channel.
It, check it. These motherfuckers.
Yeah, shout out
they,
to Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah, shout out to
Netflix has
Netflix.
known since day one
Yeah.
that you've shared your password.
Yeah.
They've known.
Hey, what you doing now? Here's an account. Go and sign your brother up.
Yeah.
So he have his own account, so you know what the fuck it
three
is.
streaming
They
devices.
know.
I'm going to
three.
do
Yeah, I'll
No.
give 3 of them.
They
You know what I
know.
mean? I see that IP address coming from across the city, but I'm gonna let that
They
slide.
know. They
Ultraman, you in 2
know.
spots at once. Damn.
And then one day,
All 3 of y'all gotta log on right
Damn.
now.
and then one day they're like, you know what? God damn it. Here's 5 profiles.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Here's 5.
Try to cover the head up. Try to cover it up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And one for the kids.
Yeah, here's some good shit. And you're like, I'm never gonna stop paying for this shit. Never. Cause they're like, look, all we're trying to do is you have paid us. You know what I'm saying? I guess you're watching in fucking Macon, Georgia right now. You're watching.
And Netflix doesn't have any paid content on their app, right? You can't
No.
physically
There's
pay for
no
it. Like, you
commercials.
can't, yeah.
There's no-
Everything that we're getting is we have paid for.
Okay, so you can't like hit
That
the pay
is
button
what
and
I
shit.
love
Okay,
about
yeah.
Netflix.
All right.
Everything
No
we're
ads.
getting,
Okay.
No
yeah,
ads.
we have
See,
paid for.
That's that love.
Daredevil,
That love.
Punisher,
Okay.
Orange is the New Black, everything that we've loved, that we love on Netflix, we paid for. They're like, hey,
Yeah.
this is your money. You want content. You want content, that's what we gonna give you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I appreciate about them motherfuckers, man. And they're like, fuck it, no commercials. Every time they raise the price, I never really have that much of a problem. Because I'm like, I know I'm getting my money's worth. I know it. It ain't going to advertise.
Twice my money's worth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Twice.
The originals are bangers.
Because these niggas is like, these motherfuckers like, yo, by the end of the year, we're going to have like 1,000 shows.
Yeah.
And
Yo.
you're like,
y'all hear about the Disney thing?
Man, fuck
that
this.
it might not go through?
that Comcast put a
We give you
bid in.
$60 billion for Fox.
Cash.
Yeah.
Cash.
You give him $50 million for so and so the stocks. We'll give you $64 billion off the muscle for all that shit.
$60 billion. Who? Disney wants to buy out.
Yo, they
Comcast.
put Disney in check really quick.
Disney wanted to
You
buy
know what
part
I'm
of
saying?
Fox.
Comcast.
Disney wanted to buy Fox, and they say we'll give you $50 million for whatever it is, but for $50 million with the stock, but what it's going to be here. And we can get rights to Deadpool and Spider, and then and X-Men, and then Comcast said, "Oh, okay,
Oh.
we use $64 billion for all
Comcast
this
stuff.
shit."
They put in the game like that.
Cash money. Cash money.
Comcast.
Yo,
they get
they-
them.
So look,
Yo, somebody like, where am I sending?
look, this is a death blow. This is a death blow
Damn.
to Disney because this is what Disney wants to do.
This is what the fanboys want.
Look, Disney wants to get where Comcast is. That's why Disney was talking all that shit about releasing their own Netflix
streaming
version or whatever. That's why they're acquiring all these properties. That's why they got Marvel. That's why they got damn
Star Wars
and everything.
And Pixar and all that.
And
Yeah.
Pixar, they were trying to data mine content to release on the streaming site, and then the actual internet service provider came in and said, "Fuck that."
We want it.
We want it.
Back the fuck.
Oh, you want that? I give you that in cat. You got change for 100. You got change for 100.
Matter of fact, keep the change.
Exactly. Like,
Keep the change.
like man.
Keep the change.
Look, man. Comcast is about to be a monster. You know what I mean? They're
But
Work on your fucking internet then.
but you know, back to the Obamas and now folks are trying to boycott Netflix, and you know, it's not necessarily a big black thing, but I mean, when you think about the things that you heard and saw during his presidency,
Oh man.
during his entire 8 years, right? So my question of today is, what is the black experience? And black man to black man, can I tell you what the black experience is? So, man, what is the black experience?
I mean, to everyone it's different, man. Being how I was raised, being an African American in this fucking country, I mean, it's different. You know, I grew up already being on the defensive. When you see 5-0, man down, popo, be on your P's and Q's. You know what I mean? Be aware. You know, just fucking know this is what we see as a certain type of racism. I mean, I've seen the segregation factors. But it's still, again, like, even from when I was small, we carried on the same traits. You know, black people fought to, you know, sit in front of the bus. But yeah, still, like, when I was in high school, all the brothers still went to the back. But we always had a good time. In schools, like, I went to Asheville High School. All the white people sat upstairs, but all the brothers sat downstairs. But it's still, you know what I mean, we still had a good time. It's not undermining what, you know, our forefathers and shit fought to, you know, alleviate us from. But still, just my experience as being a black person, I don't know, not throwing a blind eye to it, but it's like, man, we just try to live with it and just try to not erase it, but just try to become strong and get rid of that shit, man, because racism still exists crazy today. And as I see all this shit, man, I'm terrified to get pulled over by the cops.
So now, YouTube, Deep South.
Deep South too, though.
Oh, you on Deep South?
That's true.
Yeah, look, man.
Well, then I should
I'm
say.
country.
No.
Well, then I should say.
Have you ever
all of
been?
it.
I mean, I've heard some stories about Asheville and shit.
I've only been to the
Motherfucker
mountain
out
part. I've only been to the mountain part.
I
But
mean, yeah, like I said,
so
we all
Deep
from-
South though, like that's not my experience. So
Hey,
you know,
hey, bro.
quite
Hey.
honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like, which one of y'all want to take? What's the black experience?
You can both take it. It's just the black experience is basically going to boil down to your black experience. I would never dare to tell another black man what their black experience is because I haven't lived their black experience, but they ain't lived mine either. You know, so I know my life. I've been called the N-word by people growing up, and like at 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like somebody said, I remember we came to work one time. Somebody actually said that to you. I'm saying, yeah. You thought this stuff don't happen? Which is my number one gripe with Caucasian people. Like, look, we're not making this shit up. Today, a coworker asked me, he said something talking about the Sterling Brown thing. Like Milwaukee, he said, people are right here, they have a fear, or you know, they're hesitant to talk to the cops because they don't know what's gonna happen. They're always on edge. It was a quote right there. She said, "Do you feel that way?" I said, "All the time." Really, all the time. Look, I've gotten pulled over for a seatbelt ticket or a tail light. Which is the offense to get pulled over? I can accept that. And then I would say, "Oh, what's wrong, officer? Oh, my seatbelt wasn't on. You got me. Okay. Where's my information? What was the ticket? Can you get out of the car, please?"
Immediately.
For my, I can't put my seatbelt on if I'm out of the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you pull me over for a seatbelt ticket or a tail light, why am I getting out of the car?
can you search my car for my seatbelt being off? What are you talking about?
Right.
So, my black experience is basically this. Being a black man in America, I already automatically know that there's a target on my back. Some people can't see it, some do. You know what I'm saying? My mom saw it, my dad saw it. They try to raise me so to make that target as small as possible. You know what I'm saying? Get educated. Don't be, look, you out here, you know what I'm saying, with an AK tatted on your fucking face, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, hey, look. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Daddy's a target if I've never seen one.
What you want me to say? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got an AK tatted on your face, you know what I'm saying? You got, you know what I'm saying, 2 sets of underwear on, both of them sagging, you know what I'm saying? And just with no shirt on.
Yeah.
Sleeves on, you know what I'm saying?
Let me get another.
Buying a Gatorade.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
True.
You look how they want you to look to kill you. The target's big on your back, you know what I'm saying? I've negotiated my life by not shying away from it, but trying to literally show people, like, look, you understand, it's just me. It's just me, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a scene, you know what I'm saying? When I'm not, when people I know, I'm a large black dude, so I don't know how people will get me. But when I talk to people, I want to let them know after a while, after 5 minutes, that you know, oh, he's cool. He good. You know what I'm saying? I want people to see and to understand that guy right there is a normal person. I can speak with him. You know what I'm saying? He can talk. We can have a conversation. We can disagree in a respectful manner. And then agree, disagree, and then go about our ways. And show them that, you know what, we're not what they show us on TV to be. We're not what Fox News says we are, or what the president thinks we are. We're just as much as and just as diverse as every other culture of people in the world. We're not all the same. Don't think alike. Some people out here in our culture, yeah, they are what you think they are. But guess what? I've seen white folks the same way.
Exactly.
So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That being the case, I try to show folks we can be different and we can be diverse and be articulate and be educated, but at no time will I let anybody ever you can get over on me though. Look, I can be nice. And I make an effort to be nice. Until this time, so I be nice no more.
I had an old manager that said he referred to it as pulling out the monster inside. You know what I mean? But I think it's clearly been established that the black experience is unique to you. So what has been yours?
I mean, me growing up, like I said, I had a big family. I had the opportunity to be around the family at all times, at more times than others. You know what I mean? And I was constantly reminded by my parents, like, hey, this is your family. This is you. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that you're privy to that they aren't. You know what I mean? One being that my mom and my dad both were in the household. You know what I mean? Like a lot of my cousins and a lot of my relatives didn't have
two-parent
household. So I was constantly reminded that look, you know what I mean? Things would be a different way if both of us weren't here. You know what I'm saying? And that was one thing about being black. And I don't think that has anything to do with being black as much as it has to do with coming up as a child, because I think regardless of race, both parents need to be there.
Yes.
But when it comes to the black community, especially in the early 80s and coming into the 90s, that was a real big problem. You know what I mean? Mass incarceration had just started to ramp up. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of kids were coming up without their fathers in the household. You know what I mean? So my dad was dad for zillions of cousins that I had. You know what I'm saying? Only because for whatever reason or another, others, you know what I'm saying, I had other cousins or other friends that just didn't have that father figure. So my dad played that role. You know what I mean? That was one thing. You know what I mean? And he would always, teach me stuff about being a man. Now my mom, on the other hand, would always constantly remind me that hey, now that we know, because I grew up detached from black culture. I put it in air quotes because, like I said, it's all different kinds of blacks. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up the only black kid in my grade level. You know what I'm saying? From about first grade on. You know what I mean? Probably about until middle school, high school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There are probably only 2 or 3 of us. You know what I'm saying? In our whole world. So most of my friends were white. Most of my neighbors were white. Well, all of my damn neighbors were white. You know what I'm saying? And all the kids that I played with were white. But my mom will constantly remind me that I wasn't white.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I mean?
Can't do what they do.
Can't do what they do. I can't move like they move.
Yeah.
Well, it started out with like, yo, can I go swimming with them? I know it's April 14th. You know what I'm saying? But it's hot enough outside to go swimming. And my mom be like,
You black.
you ain't white. You ain't white. Boy, put a shirt on during this thunderstorm. You ain't white. She was always reminding me, but in the mirror to that, when I get in society, I always have these, being black in the South now, once I get out into the world, I will constantly have these markers that will constantly remind me that I'm black.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z say, you know what I'm saying? Still nigga. You know what I mean? Like, I could have, you know, the best education in the world. You know what I mean? I could come from, a loving family or whatever. I could be in middle class or whatever you call that. You know what I'm saying? But there's still certain things in place. Nothing's going to take away the fact that there are going to be situations where people are going to remind you that you are black.
Trick Daddy, America. Still
You know what I'm
holds
saying?
up.
Like, you're black. You can do anything you want. But just remember that they're going to constantly serve. Like, what happened with Sterling
Sterling Brown, I believe.
Sterling Brown? That was a you're black moment. Don't forget your black moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
He lives on the fucking golf course.
that's what all this shit has been. That's what all these police killings have been. That's what all these, you know, white folks calling police on black folks in these, especially in the deep south. There are always these markers that, like, look, you think you one of us?
Don't get uppity.
Don't get uppity. You know what I mean? And a lot of the friction comes where black folks go against that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe rightfully so, maybe wrongfully so, but
I mean,
Yale
look.
student?
If you tie it back to, not tie it back, but I mean, if you use the NFL, what have they been taking a knee for? What did Colin Kaepernick
He took a knee
take a knee for? Did he take
for Sterling Brown.
Did at any point ever, whether in a text that you hacked, an email that you stole, or on video ever, has he been like, I'm kneeling because fuck the anthem
He never
and
said
fuck America?
He never said anything about that or a flag or anything else. He even asked a veteran, I'm sitting down for this, and if it was, what's a better than protest? The veteran said, instead of sitting down, how about you kneel instead? He literally asked a veteran, what's a better for me protest? What was better to you? How about you just kneel?
just take a
kneel.
knee.
Just take a knee.
Take a knee.
Yeah, kneel down.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. In sports, taking a knee ain't shit.
No.
Take a knee. Take a knee. I've heard that.
Take a knee.
I've heard that in every sport that I've ever
Yes.
played. You know, from little league on. You know what I'm saying? Take a knee was always something you did. You know what I mean? When you're either listening to someone, you know what I mean?
Recouping.
Yeah.
Recouping. You know what I mean? It's a sign of respect in certain ways. You know what I mean? When somebody gets hurt, you know what I mean? We waiting to see whether he done
They
broke
take
his
him
neck
on
or
The
not.
other side for the other team.
Even the other team does it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And so that's why I was like, man, for them to mandate that you can't take a knee now, you know what I mean?
That's the part that I'm like, okay, I see your attempt at being like, you don't gotta come out.
Yeah.
You don't gotta come out. But they can still fine you for that shit. But you don't have to come out. But if you do, you better bend that motherfucking knee. You better put your hand, and now this is all extra. But you better fucking do that shit, nigga. You
Well,
better do that shit.
and then from a business aspect, and we all know that Colin Kaepernick taking the knee wasn't the reason for the decline in ratings in the NFL. Like I'm saying, motherfuckers just don't want cable anymore.
Yes.
The NFL package is just way too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. You know what I mean?
Look, nobody stopped watching the NFL.
No.
Nobody you care about.
They just stopped paying for it. You know what I mean? They just stopped paying for it. And before, we didn't have to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? NFL games used to come on ABC, NBC, CBS.
Fox.
You know what I'm saying? Fox. All free stations.
Yeah.
All totally free stations. That's what you sell the fucking ads for. You know what I'm saying? So now you selling ads and we gotta pay for it? Nah, fuck that. That's why NFL is suffering. You know what I mean right now.
Got greedy.
And they're trying to post blame on this Kaepernick shit.
Plus, the game has already shifted. You know what I'm saying? It's already shifted and it's getting ready to shift again. And you behind. Way behind.
Way behind. Exactly.
Way behind. You know what I mean? Like again, like you think about how much we love Netflix. Netflix has always known you've been sharing your password with your family and your friends and whoever the fuck else. They've known it. And they don't give a fuck. They're like, this is what it is. This is what it is. This is what this community is. You know what I mean? And here is where you draw your line as far as, all right, to play with us, this is where you pay. You know what I mean? And this is what you're going to get for it.
They know we got 7 billion folks in the world. Look, if I get 1% of that, we good.
Yo, they got shows coming down from all over the place.
See, but one thing that I guess no one's really even talking about, and this is where the pockets where NFL, baseball, football, basketball, all the sports fall in is where are we going to get the live sports from? You know what I'm saying? That's going to have to be a totally different package altogether. Unless, you know what I'm saying? Unless Netflix
hop in with it.
But you know what? Here's the thing. At the end of the day, all you do is you treat that shit like the way you used to do cable. You only need HBO when your show's on. Once it's done, you stop paying for that shit. Motherfuckers who really love sports, die-hard motherfuckers who really love the NFL, would pay for that shit year-round. Motherfuckers who just want to watch the season and the Super Bowl, they'll pay for that subscription, that package. And when it's over,
I never thought about that. My dad pays for the NFL package, and it's year-round.
Why not just pay for the season, including the Super Bowl?
But you can't. You know what I'm saying? You
can't.
can't.
Not yet.
That's not what they're offering.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
Offer the season package. All you're going to get is the games. You'll get whatever
NFL Network should get on that.
Whatever post-game shit we offer you after each game, that's what you're going to get. And after that, that's it. If you want premium, you want everything, this is what you pay.
Makes sense.
But
Makes sense.
it's 10:30. That is the end of the pregame show today. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you guys stay safe. I'm your boy Dunson. To my left.
Your boy Roman.
To my right.
Boy, man.
Snacks in the building.
You know what I'm saying? Be safe out there. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for tuning in to the pregame show. We will be back in 2 weeks with hopefully a whole nother new round of discussion. And we hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, share.
Definitely.
We are on the path to 1,000.
Yeah, man.
We are on the path to 1,000. So please,
Pre-game boys, man.
And make sure you pregame responsibly.
please respect the pregame. Yeah.